In today's challenge, me and Alive will be turning apps into humans. We spun the wheel and landed on Ibis Paint X and Facebook, so make sure to stick around till the end to see our finished drawings and enjoy the video. It's official, I now completely despise Ibis Paint. How do you expect me to turn a literal app into a human? This challenge got me shivering in my welly boots. I took at least 3 to 4 hours to draw Ibis Paint only, and an additional hour or so for Facebook. Before I started the character design, I got sidetracked and drew a background for Ibis Paint. My design was inspired by Ibis Paint being kinda greedy. On mobile, you get swamped with ads as is, and you have to watch additional ads if you want to unlock certain brushes. And on desktop, you get only 1 hour for free every day. And on top of that, they don't have a plan where you simply pay once and go on with your life. That's just not how Ibis Paint works. You must pay every single month or year just to use the app on desktop. And that inspired me to try making the background money bills and her eyes dollar signs. And for the color palette, I simply took the colors from the P and colored everything in. Since by now, I was taking way too long to draw, I didn't render, but I did sort of blend in the pink ends in the hair. Now let's see what Alive has done.
How I loved Ibis Paint. Me and them had such a good relationship, lasted for so many years, and the memories we had. Oh, how I miss my ex. That's until Clip Studio came over and stole my heart, but that's for another day. As someone who used Ibis Paint for most of my digital art journey, I thought I knew mostly exactly what I wanted the design to be, but I didn't. So I came to my only solution. Scrolling on Pinterest and staring at the logo for a bit too long to only then get an idea. I wanted them to push their art in everyone's faces because they're just the best art app ever, but I wanted them to also be colorful and cute, someone you wouldn't expect to be an annoying prick. It was perfect, and I'm pretty happy with the design. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about Facebook though.
Facebook Marketplace. It's a wonderful place to shop for second-hand items or clothes for yourself or kids, but there's a dark side to it. For Facebook, I didn't know what to do at first until I remembered that Facebook has a marketplace. So for my design, I wanted to illustrate how Facebook Marketplace would look as a human. And I imagined one of those people in old movies with big long coats, and they open them and you're greeted with them just selling sketchy or even illegal items. So that's what I did. This drawing also took me quite a while in comparison to other drawings I've done for YouTube, because I simply didn't know how to draw people with those coats. So then, I did what I do best. I got up from my chair, and I looked in the mirror with a jacket and stood in that pose, and try see how I could draw that. And it actually worked, kind of. The art makes it look like it was generated by AI, and that really is the only big flaw I made. I left the eyes white because this guy would just keep getting new items in no time with stock and a lot of variety. And that, for a quote-unquote dealer, would be otherworldly. And my character having enough human features, like it being a human body, makes it good enough to be considered as a human redesign. I wonder what Alive did.
Can I be so honest with you guys? I have never touched Facebook in my life. So burn me on a pole if I make any headcanons for a blimmin' app that you disagree with. Well, excusing that, I had an idea about them being very formal and like an office worker type theme. I knew Facebook had a market as well, so why not add some bags to their arms? You know, as if they're making sales. Well, that was until I actually did my research on Wikipedia and watched one too many apps into humans videos that I realized my idea got thrown out of the window, run over by squirrels, and got shot on by a bird. Too late to go back though, so I sucked it up and I'll die by this hill to stay convinced that there'd be an office lady. Please don't burn me up, Paul. I know this design is so very bad, but please, I'm too young to die!
My biggest complaint about Alive's Ibis Paint redesign is that nothing really makes sense to me. There's a leg warmer on one leg but not the other. And for the colors, I know that it's her artistic choice to color like she does, so I can't criticize her that much for her color choices, and I like how her drawing turned out with splashes of color. But really going into Ibis Paint, it is greedy. As much as I like that her character shows creativity, her design kinda makes her look nice. She looks like she would share stuff with you.
Now, I like the ideas for Daryl's design, but I have a feeling if we changed the color palette or swapped some colors for others, it would have been 10 times better. And I think it would have been better if he made the money in the background more clearer and added some details to them. It would have been more obvious the background's actually money, because, in my opinion, I thought they were just green splodges for decoration. Other than that, I think the line art isn't that bad. I like the concepts and the vibrant colors in general, so this would have probably been my favorite design for this video.
Do I even need to get into this god-awful design? Take full offense, Alive, but this is absolute rubbish. I get that a person with no intelligence and the simple knowledge that Facebook exists would think to draw Facebook as a quote-unquote businesswoman. The design is simple, and that is anything but Facebook. From experience, I needed to watch an entire tutorial to find where to delete my Facebook account. Sorry not sorry, but that design sucks.
Much like Daryl, I hated this design too. I mean, I'm not a Facebook expert here, and we all know that, but the way he designed this, it's just not right with me. I mean, at least with my design, you can actually tell it's Facebook. But for this, you never guess it was Facebook. All you can see is that they're a drug dealer. I get the thought process, but come on. I think there was at least a better way to do this. Maybe even changing the color palette would have made a better design. Overall, definitely not my favorite.
We hope you enjoyed today's video, and please leave us a like. It's free, and this video took us way too long to draw and edit.